is damn near the coolest can I have ever seen. I almost feel like it's terrible to drink out of it, but here we go. Cool ass lady with her long ass locks. She's living her life and she doesn't give a fuck. What is this? I don't even know. She drives a second generation 4-door Plymouth Satellite. That's the name of this beer. What? Okay, that's amazing. And I believe the name of this brewery is called Fat Orange Cat. That is freaking delicious. So this, I think, is a hazy IPA, and this is an 8.5% ABV. Music to my ears. I think though, now that you've seen the can, I think I am going to pour it into this glass just because, I don't know why. It just feels cleaner somehow, a little bit easier to drink. So I did not do a monthly favorites, which I don't think I skipped a monthly favorites in years, but I did not do one for February because I don't have a good reason. I just didn't get to it. So I thought I would do like a different variation on the theme. So I pretty much straight up stole this video idea and title from Khaki Reviews Beauty. So thank you so much for the inspiration, Khaki. I watched her entire video. I think it came out like a month ago, and I thought it was such a great concept. So here we are today. I'm also gonna link her channel down below if you're not following Khaki. She has such a similar makeup style to me, and she's just funny and quirky and fun. And anyway, check her out if you haven't. But this is her idea, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm going to be basically telling you about what I cannot stop using right this very moment. I also have thrown in some skincare that I thought deserved a mention as well. If you watch my channel, a lot of these things are probably going to come as no surprise, but I do feel like even that's helpful, like just to see the things that I'm still loving and I still can't get enough of them. And if you're new here, welcome. I feel like I have some new people who came over from Our Time of the Month who shouted my channel out recently. So thank you so much to Our Time of the Month, and welcome. If you're new, my name is Cate the Great Beauty. I like to drink drinks. I like to talk about amazing product, amongst other things as well. So welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button, and here we go. Okay, so starting with the primer, and this is the only primer I'm going to tell you about. This is the Super Goop Glow Screen SPF 40. I also want to mention that there are many, many other favorites, right? But these are the things that I'm just like keeping on my dresser because when I put them away, I'm just gonna have to get them back out again. So I recently traveled to Key Largo, Florida because I had a performance gig there, and it was super quick and dirty. It was 2 days. And guys, I have to tell you, I've spent my entire life packing up my life, going somewhere, packing up again, coming home. It's exhausting. I hate packing. I hate it. So when I went on this trip, I was like, I am being as minimal as I can possibly be. I'm going to take one makeup product per category. And this is what I took, which is perfect for Florida because you're getting your SPF in there. And when I wasn't performing, this is basically what I would wear, just this. This is a lightweight pearlescent formula that hydrates the skin while acting as a luminous makeup gripping primer. And it really does grip your makeup so beautifully. Oops, oops, perfect timing. There you go. That's what the product looks like. And I'm just going to blend it into my hand here so you can see it does give your skin a really beautiful, subtle glow, like a sun-kissed glow. And you gotta like something dewy to like this, but my God, that is stunning. Ooh, so good. So I feel like I'm gonna be wearing this out this summer for sure. This is also a great product to make that décolleté just glow. You're getting your sunscreen in, and you look like a glowing goddess. What more do you want? Oh, she's strong. This damn foundation can have its way with me anytime it wants. I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, okay? This is the Chantecaille Future, wait, I have to get it right. Future Skin Oil-Free Gel Foundation. And guys, this has just stolen my heart. This is my #1 go-to foundation when I just want to feel like the best version of myself, which is pretty much always. You can see the headway that I've already made in this jar, and I know a lot of people don't love the jar. They feel like it's messy. I kind of love the jar, actually, because I can just dip a clean finger in there and I just literally dot this on my face like lotion, and then I blend it in. This really is a very light second skin foundation. So if you are a minimalist, you're someone who doesn't like to wear foundation that makes you feel makeup-y, you gotta try this. Also, I'll tell you what, this shade right here is dead on for my skin. A lot of my foundations are beautiful, but they're a little bit light. They kind of run a little bit white. So I feel like I have to do a lot of like bronzing and just kind of bringing everything together. I don't feel like I have to do that at all with this. Like, this is literally the tone of my skin, and I blend it in and it looks like I've done nothing. Like, it literally just looks like a better version of your skin on your skin, basically. It's so creamy. It feels like a lotion, but it's really, really light. Oh, I just love this so much. I cannot say enough about it. If you're looking for something that's really, really worth the money at Chantecaille, because we all know how spency as hell Chantecaille is, this is your girl. Okay, second foundation is also one that I have really made a dent in. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. This is what I brought with me to Florida as well. This is the one foundation. This is a little bit more coverage than the Chantecaille, although I would argue that you could sheer this out to a point where it's very similar. This is a medium coverage foundation, but again, like I just said, you can go even lighter with it, make it look really, really natural. I mean, I wore this on stage and it looked stunning. A lot of people ask me to do like videos about my stage makeup and what I wear. You know, when I'm doing a show, it's a little bit different because I'm playing a character, but when I'm just myself on stage, I like to pretty much just look like this, like myself. So this was perfect. And again, this was all I brought. And man, this did not do me wrong. It's just such a gorgeous finish and it wears so well. Also, just a reminder that everything I talk about today and everything that is on my face right now is going to be linked down below in the description box for your shopping ease. And also, I want you to know that those are affiliate links. So if you shop through my links, it does give me a small commission and I thank you in advance. Okay, so now we're moving on to concealer. I have to say, this has not really changed for me. This has remained pretty much the same. And first I'm going to start with something that is going to surprise nobody. This is the Cosas Revealer Concealer. I'm not going to go on and on about this because I've talked about it so much, but this really is like a Goldilocks concealer. It's a beautiful creamy formula, but it also just gives you great coverage. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. It never does me wrong. I never put it on and I'm like, oh, that's too much or it looks a little cakey. Never. And I love the new Revealer foundation. And I thought about putting that in here, but I really wanted to be honest. I really wanted to be true about like, what am I literally picking up all the time? And I do foresee myself picking that up a lot. I just haven't had enough time with it yet. And now I'm gonna throw it back to something that I've talked about since day one on my channel. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer, and this is still going so strong for me. It is a little bit lighter than the Cosus concealer. It's definitely just like a thinner, balmier feeling, but it just warms so well to the warmth of your finger and it blends out beautifully. I just feel like if you are a person who wants something really natural and minimal for your under eye, you can't go wrong with the Glossier Stretch Concealer. This is also just a great thing to use as your entire base. Like sometimes if I just want something very, very natural, I'll just go in and spot conceal with the Stretch Concealer. Ugh, I just love it. Meow. This is the Beauty Pie foundation brush. This was sent to me by Beauty Pie. I did feature it in my recent Beauty Pie video that I just put out. I was so blown away by this brush. Like I pretty much use it to do my concealer, my foundation, my blush. I even blended in my cream bronzer with this. I mean, I made sure to go and like clean the brush off, but this is like a one and done situation. It blended everything in so beautifully. It's just a great size too. It's a perfect size. So if you want to try Beauty Pie, I always have a $10 off code. It is Cate sent me. And if you use that at checkout, that is going to get you $10 off of your membership. Cannot recommend enough. If you are interested in Beauty Pie, I have several videos just about Beauty Pie by itself. So definitely check those out. But this brush is killing it. So moving on to brow products, this is another category that I'm gonna kind of race through because this has not changed for me and I honestly don't know what would change it. Like I don't know what could be better than this? This is the Cosas Brow Pop Pencil, and I have it in the shade medium brown. And this is the Cosas Air Brow Gel. And guys, I have both of these on today, and it just gives me like my ultimate eyebrow. This brow pencil is so great. It fills everything in so beautifully, so easily. Even if I get outside the lines, I can literally just take my finger and pretty much go like that, and it'll just erase itself. I love the packaging on these Cosas brow products. I just think it's so fun. And I have to tell you, so many of my lip liners and my eyebrow products look exactly the same, and I have a ton of them. I don't want to be like digging through things trying to find things. I never ever have to do that with these for obvious reasons. Okay, so I almost forgot about powders. How could I forget? Because honestly, powders are kind of boring, but they're important. I have two like standby favorites that I've talked about many times, and then I have a newer one. So of course the two I'm talking about are the LYS powder and the Cosus powder. These are very similar. It also depends on what kind of brush you're using, because like if you go in with a kabuki brush that's a little bit more dense, both of these are going to be a little bit more of a heavier application. Whereas if you use, you know, a fluffy brush, like, let me grab. So this would be like a dense kabuki brush, and this would be, well, I call this the bunny on the face brush. This is the BK Beauty 102. But if I want something a little bit more natural and I want to make sure I don't feel cakey, this is always the winner, because it's going to give you a really beautiful, nice, light application of powder with these. The new powder I have to mention is from Beauty Pie, and this is the Uber Lucent Universal One Powder Wonder. It's so light, you can see it's translucent, so it's supposed to be something that literally anyone can wear. And I know it looks a little daunting and white, but like, let me just go to town with this on my finger. That sounded terrible. But anyway, look at that. Like barely anything. It's this really light, beautiful, like veil of powder, and it feels super silky. This really is like up my alley, because even with the LYS and the Cosus, I love them. But like I said, if you use too dense of a brush, you're gonna get a lot more powder on your face. This is so incredibly light. I don't even feel like I've set my face with powder. It's phenomenal. Okay, so moving on to eyeshadow, and you know, I'm not a big eyeshadow person. I'm really not. I'm into like a very fresh, bright eye for the most part. I don't want to be like putting on several shadows. I mean, there's obviously like a time and a place for that, and that's lovely. But I want a one and done. That's what I want. And I want it to look like I put effort into my eye when I didn't. So the first thing I want to talk about is this one and done shadow from Bobbi Brown. It is the Luxe Eyeshadow Rich Metal, and this is in the shade Melting Point. Ooh, wow, she's used and abused. Just clean her off a little bit. There, yeah. I saw Cher Webb on Instagram use this, and I was like, what is that product? I must have it. And of course, I obtained it. So this is like a really pretty rose gold shade. And this, again, is the one shadow I brought with me when I traveled recently. Just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I have a lot of anxiety regarding eyeshadow in terms of like, if I use a really pigmented eyeshadow, like blending it out so that it looks natural, especially like in this area, the outer V of the eye, I really struggle with that. I'm always looking for an eyeshadow that is just going to kind of like blend into nowhere, and I don't have to worry about it. And that's definitely the case with this. As for cream shadow, I cannot get away from the freaking Eyes to Mesmerize from Charlotte Tilbury. No, not the matte ones, because I've seen those, okay? I did not purchase them, but I've seen enough reviews on that to stay very far away from those. But the original Eyes to Mesmerize formula is so incredibly beautiful. Again, just another seamless product. I'm not gonna go on and on about these because I've talked about them so much, but my two favorite shades are Jean, which I think is now called Champagne, I'm not sure. And then I love Oyster Pearl, which I feel like is pretty much everyone's favorite. It's just a beautiful it's sort of a combination between a champagne and a taupe. Ooh, so beautiful and flattering. What I've been doing most of all is taking these babies right here. These are the M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow blush in the shades Rococo and Baroque. And these are a part of the Masterpiece collection. Guys, run, do not walk on the M Cosmetics Masterpiece collection. I am wearing the shade Rococo on my eyelids today, like literally all over my lid. And then I do have a topper over it. So I have like a really pretty sort of like silver veil over it, but this is the base for my eyeshadow and I honestly could have just left it at this. These are just so good. Like all I need is just to throw this on my eyes and throw it on my cheeks and call it a day. I'm all about using a blush or a bronzer as an eyeshadow, and these are just perfect for that. So this is the lighter shade. This is Baroque. I can't get over these. You know, my initial love affair started with the Heaven's Glow blush in the shade Venetian Rose, and I still love it. I've kind of pushed that to the side because these are newer and I'm just obsessed with them. They're flawless. They're just flawless products. And yeah, I'm wearing a combination of things. I do have a cream blush on that I'm going to show you, but I did top that ever so slightly with the shade Rococo. So that's what I have on my cheeks right now. Okay, so the bronzer that I've been reaching for most is Discontinued. So I'm not going to show you what that is, but it is from Beauty Pie and I'm very, very sad. But let me just grab it and show it to you so maybe I can talk about something that I've heard is similar. This is a hot mess because I traveled with it and it exploded. But that's a testament to how much I still love it because I refuse to throw this out because I can't get it again. So this is the Beauty Pie Quick Color Contour Super Gel. This is so incredibly flattering. It blends out flawlessly. If you want to see this in action, definitely check out my Beauty Pie video. I know, you're like, why? Why do I want to check it out in action, Kate? I can't obtain it. Okay, but I have heard from many subscribers that this is very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury contour, liquid contour wands. So you might check those out and I might check those out too. So that's what I've been reaching for. And I'm always reaching for this. I mean, I can't stop talking about this since it came out. The Charlotte Tilbury, look at the back, airbrush, matte airbrush bronzer in the shade medium. I can't go wrong. Like it's always going to blend well, especially for a powder. I feel like when I'm not reaching for a cream bronzer, this is my go-to. I have one eyeliner. What do you think it is? I bet you know. I bet you already know. It's the Victoria Beckham Satin Cajal eyeliner. Look at how tiny she's gotten. She's down to the very nub. In particular, the shade Cocoa. I think almost all the shades, but this is my most used. It's just a beautiful espresso. It's super buttery. It also has a smudger on the other end. So if you do make a mistake or whatever, it literally takes you a second to correct it. There is no reason for me to own another eyeliner, ever. In fact, I'm realizing I've said that so many times now on camera that I just need to bite the bullet and declutter my other eyeliners because why? What are they even there for when I have these? You know, this is another high-end luxury product that it's like worth the money. Like it's all you should really own in terms of an eyeliner. Okay, so moving on to the cream blushes that I cannot put down right now. So I picked up the Westman Atelier. Oh, the font is so small and so faded. Oh, I'm getting old. Okay, Baby Cheeks blush stick. And this is in the shade Petal. And I actually want to pick up other shades. I love this cream blush so much. I actually picked it up for my trip and it was the only one I brought. I mean, I'm sorry, but Westman Atelier, in my opinion, really just hasn't done anything wrong that I've seen. I don't know why I'm doing this because there's literally no shimmer to this. I think it's described as a dusty rose. So that is the shade Petal. The person who actually made me buy this or inspired me to buy it was Lisa J, because I don't know what shade she had. I'm gonna have to go and look and get it. Thanks, Lisa J, again, for making me buy shit. Yeah, it just looks so gorgeous on her cheeks and she was like dying about it and I was like, great. Okay, great. I've got to get it. Got to have it. So impressed and I will be purchasing more. So this is the MAC Glow Play Blush in the shade Blush Please. I do believe Cate talked about this in her video as well. I learned about this from State of Cate and I cannot get enough. Again, I never pictured myself as a person who would be so into nude blushes. I always felt like they just weren't enough, but this warms up so beautifully on the cheeks. I am wearing this underneath the M Cosmetics blush. I could have just kept this by itself. It was so incredibly beautiful. It is this really interesting texture. It really is like a putty. And I did apply this with a brush, but you can of course apply it with your fingers as well. This is like a no fail situation. Like this always looks beautiful. It always blends like a dream. There is the Blush Please next to Petal. So you can see that Petal is definitely pinkier. Blush Please is definitely more of a solid nude cream blush. And I have a couple of the other shades in this and they're really, really pretty, but there's something about this shade that just is like, it's doing it for me. And then I have to mention the Super Cheek Cream Blushes from Beauty Pie. Guys, these are a standout makeup product, truly. These are some of the best cream blushes I've ever used. This particular shade is Fresh Faced, and yes, I'm a crazy bitch, and I went in just like literally like that and put this right directly on the apple of my cheek just for that last finishing touch. And look at how that just adds a little something. It just looks so healthy and fresh. I cannot say enough about those blushes. They're so good. Okay, I'm gonna mention a lip liner, and y'all know I don't really care about lip liners. I'm not a big lip liner person. I'm a big like diffuse lip person. I really like my lips to look not necessarily crisp. I want them to look just like juicy and plushious and like you kind of don't know where they end. But I will say I love the Charlotte Tilbury lip cheat in the shade Pillow Talk, which I know is so basic bitch of me. The reason I love this is because I feel like when I do want to wear a lip liner, it's almost always with a nude lip. I feel like with a nude lip, I want to just overline my lips ever so slightly, and it's just like, damn, it's sexy. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna throw out all my other lip liners in lieu of this. I will say I'm gonna probably throw out all of my MAC lip liners because I never use those and I used to think those were the truth. They are dry as fuck. Right after this video, declutter. We're already to lips and I have to talk about the Masterpiece Collection again. M Cosmetics, I mean, wow, just killing it. And these are the lip cushions. I have both of the new shades. So I have the lighter shade, which is called Mona Lisa. And that is Mona Lisa right there. And again, I'm kind of surprised because it definitely is very like nude brownie, but it has, I don't know, it has enough pink in it and enough shimmer in it to where I don't feel, it's flattering. I don't feel like I look dead. But my favorite one, if I had to tell you to buy one, I would tell you to buy Van Gogh. So this is Van Gogh, and I am wearing this on my lips right now. Oh, it's this beautiful terracotta nude. Ah, they're so juicy. I'm actually just gonna put on a little bit more. That's like all I need. All I need is a beautiful, plushious, sort of like lip balm slash lipstick slash gloss, just a very emollient lip product that I also can apply and I don't need a mirror. On that topic, moving on to the Fit Glow lip color serums. I think that's what they're called. Yes, lip color serums. I have so many of these, again, because of State of Cate. I also want to mention that I think through the 14th of this month, or maybe longer, I'm not sure, she has a code that gets you 25% off. So I'm gonna put that code down below in the description box because Fit Glow is definitely a very expensive company. I think it's worth it in a lot of ways, but you wanna get that discount, you know what I mean? Like I said, I have many, many of these, but I will tell you my favorite, most reached for shade is the shade Gospel. This was actually the shade that I wore for that performance that I did last week. So I slathered this on my lips and then I just threw a gloss on, which I'm gonna show you in a second, but I just can't stop reaching for this. I'm gonna put it on for you now so you can see. And these really are, if you're new to this product, these really are like a super nourishing lip mask. Like, is that not the most like enragingly perfect shade of a lip product you've ever seen? Like, I'm honest to God filled with rage right now. This shade is going to be an automatic repurchase for me. I know I keep mentioning like what I brought with on my trip and what I wore for the performance. But I have to tell you, these look so beautiful in life and on stage with the lighting, like get out of here. The two that I pulled, I mean, this is what I brought with me. Earth Angel is one of my all-time favorite Pat McGrath Luxe glosses. It always looks stunning. It's like a gold champagne with like little pink glimmers in it. It's so good, but I am going to show you another one of my favorite shades. This is Bronze Venus, and I love it so much. Like, honestly, you put these on and it takes your lips to another level immediately. Obsessed with that combination, obsessed with the initial combination of the M Cosmetics and the Pat McGrath before. Can't go wrong with any of those. Okay, and last but not least, I have one highlighter I'm gonna show you. I picked her back up again. I don't know what happened with the Auric Glow Lust. I loved it. Well, I know what happened. I just have too much product. I have too much shit. And it's like sitting all the way at the back of my highlighters. And I was like, you know what? This is going to be the perfect thing to blend with my Fenty Body Sauce when I was in Florida. And it was. It really, really was. I actually have this on my chest by itself today. Well, I have moisturizer on, and then I went over it with this. I do have this on my cheeks, but I also want to point out that I went crazy and I put like another highlighter over it. So you're not seeing just the Auric highlighter on my cheeks, but this highlighter is so natural. It is literally like you are an angel sent from the heavens above and you're lit within. It is a little bit thicker in consistency from the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, which you know I also love. But there you go. There's the product right there. You don't need much. That was actually a pretty like legit pump I just did. This is such an incredible product. And like I said, can also, you know, double as body makeup. Will really make your neck, your chest. Ooh, if you hit like this part of your shoulders, like the money spot, people will be like, oh my God, your skin, Jesus. And you're like, I know, I've just been hydrating. No, just kidding. Put this all over. Thank you, bye. Okay, so as promised, I have a few skincare products. These are things I'm reaching for every day, and they're making a difference that I can see. First of all, it's a product that I've talked about before, but it's been a hot second. This is the Good Molecules Glycolic Exfoliating Toner. And I just had so many toners at one point that I had to work my way through. And this one went to the back. So I didn't use this for months and months. But I made my way through one of my toners and I picked this back up again. And guys, I could see an immediate difference. And it's kind of convinced me that I think this is really one of the only toners I want to be using. So this removes dead skin cells to reveal glowing skin. And, you know, I'm all about like the P50 and, you know, I love the pharmacy. I think it's called like the Deep Sweep, but I'm using those less and less. I feel like they are way more intense. I feel like they are kind of drying for my skin. I am aging. And this to me just feels really gentle. But I also can, like I said, I can see a difference when I use this. So I'm definitely going to be sticking with this. I have an eye cream to talk about. And you guys know, eye creams, I don't really talk about them a lot because most of them I don't find are anything to write home about. Like they're nice, they hydrate my eyes. I'm not mad about it, but I'm not seeing a difference. Not the case with this. So this is from Versed, which I don't own anything from this brand, but if this is any indication, I think I need to. This is the Versed Smooth Landing Advanced Retinoid Eye Balm. It's literally a balm, looks like a lip balm a little bit, and it warms to your finger, and I literally just lightly pat it on my under eye as well as, of course, my eyelid. And guys, I wake up and I feel like I have baby eyes. Like the fine lines, you know, when you wake up and you're dry and like everything just feels more magnified in terms of fine lines. I swear to you, that does not happen when I use this. I also swear to you that I don't think I'm going to be using any eye creams that don't have retinol in them. I just don't see the reason. I think there are eye creams that can be hydrating and lovely, but I just don't see the results unless I use an eye cream with a retinol in it. So Run Do Not Walk. This also my Glow Recipe Avocado Retinol melting eye cream or whatever. That's what I interchange with this. They're both phenomenal. Okay, I have to talk about this new Glossier After Balm. I love it so much. It is so incredibly thick and occlusive. This is such a fantastic like last step of my skincare regimen at night. I also really love the Glossier Priming Moisturizer Rich, and I always have one of those. But this is so incredibly hydrating, it's wild. This is a great product to use if you've like overdone it with your skin, if you've over exfoliated, which I actually did the other day, and it was kind of terrifying. It kind of almost looked like I had like a rash, because I used a vitamin C peel that I usually love, but I think I had exfoliated the night before. I know. And I had like these welts. Well, I used this before I went to bed. The next day, gone. And there it is rubbed into my hand. Ooh, it's so good. If you're a person who's into slugging, I feel like you could definitely slug with this if you don't like Vaseline. And the last thing I want to talk about is Nivea. Okay, this is so random and so basic, but when I was preparing to travel, I just needed like a small lotion. So I grabbed this at Target and I fell in love with Nivea. Like what in the actual hell? My skin was like baby angel skin over there in Florida using this. I kind of forgot. I forgot how incredible this cream is, and I'm absolutely going to be purchasing like a full-size bottle of Nivea. Like just glowing, like yes, the Auric Glow Lust was definitely a part of that like blingy glow, especially when I was on stage. But like just putting this on by itself kind of did it. I mean, my skin was glowing to the high heavens. So Nivea, I forgot. Okay guys, so that is my top shelf products, my products that I just can't put down. Thank you again to Khaki Reviews Beauty for inspiring me to do this video. Again, I'm gonna link her channel and anything I mentioned in this video down below in the description box. I keep on forgetting to cheers products, and I'm sorry. That used to be such a thing, but I'm gonna be honest with you, there's too many favorite products here. Like there would be literally no way I could actually choose. But you guys are the best. Please stay safe out there, and cheers till next time. Bye.